Hey, welcome to Savage Sundays with GM Answulf. Hope everybody had a
Hello,
great weekend.
Absolutely.
welcome back after a long hiatus while I was out sick. So I think we're pretty close to ready to go. I think I'll do the recap this time because I got a few things I want to cover, and it's been a while, right? So, when we last met, you all have been on the trail of a ring of thieves. It's unclear that they appear to be thieves or druids. They've been operating the city, stealing artifacts, right? So y'all had the first initial library where some artifacts got stolen. You've been chasing them down, and you eventually, through some detective work and some planning, y'all figured out a spot that they were going to be utilizing in this ancient cathedral that's been kind of abandoned. And y'all set up an ambush for them last time, right? And it didn't go too hot. Let's say the paladin charged in through the front door. Y'all set up some barrels for explosives, kind of anticipating them being in this area. You got out in different points of interest and were ready for the ambush, and then just things kind of went sideways. Do y'all remember a little bit more about what happened during that battle? Anybody want to flesh that out a little bit for Landry? And during let me preface that during that battle, Maeve's character, Landry's character, Maeve, the druid, Landry had to leave early, so she turned into I think a buzzard or a vulture, and flew up and was on the, like on the one of the walls or the trees on the roof of this building watching, and we kind of left her there for that evening because she couldn't play. And then y'all had the battle, and it went pretty sideways. Anybody want to flesh that out a little bit more, that you remember some of the details?
Oh yeah. So we set up kind of an elaborate set of distractions before the ritual began, and I had gained access to a few Templars from the church to help us if things went sideways. But rather than waiting for them, when I saw the ritual start, the idea was for me to come in and be the first distraction. But I went straight, took them head on, and the lead cultist got a lucky shot on me and really debilitated me. And then a bunch of cultists just swarmed me, and I never could get to my feet. So I'll leave that off for somebody else to pick up from there.
Yeah, and that kind of set the whole battle sideways, right? Then all of the rest of you were on your heels.
Well, that wasn't the first thing to go wrong. The first thing to go wrong was Barnaby failed a stealth roll on the roof.
And, that's right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Cultists noticed him.
That's when I came in.
Well, that set things in motion, and I think our rogue, Fayen, kind of at the same time made a move to try and grab the rod right from because we're trying to get the rod, I believe is what it was.
That's right.
And then I think Barnaby didn't get a spell off in time to try and help, and it was a great plan, but everything was off by like a half a step. There were bombs placed around the courtyard, but they were all out of range of the cultists, and the Templars never showed up on time, and they just the other side, luck was with them. 20 after 20 fell against us, and all we could roll were 1s, 2s, and 3s.
Yeah,
and sometimes, that's how it worked. So we were, fate did not have our back that night.
It did not.
Yeah, that's right. And so y'all are trying to secure there's an artifact. It's a rod, a glass rod that you're trying to secure from the head of this, the head thief or the head druid. There was a bunch of if you remember, there's about a dozen thieves that are dressed as druids but aren't really druids. But then there appears to be a real druid that's in charge and that was blasting the paladin with the rod. And y'all were and then the thief Fayin, Oak's character, almost secured that, but they, in all the commotion, they got away, and you guys basically fled one by one. So that's where we're going to pick it up. It's still the same evening. The battle that y'all just had in the courtyard. I'm sharing an image of the courtyard, but you can shrink that down. That's just a refresher for your memory. That battle just kind of is wrapping up, and we're going to focus in on Maeve. Maeve, you had transformed into I think a vulture, and you were sitting on the roof, kind of scouting and watching to see what's going to happen. You were looking for an opportunity to swoop down in and help, maybe grab the rod, or somehow else contribute to the battle, right? And so
Right.
you're kind of scouting up there, and that's where we're going to pick it up tonight. You are perched up there. You see the action starting to happen. You see Barnaby's character give himself away, kind of on the other side of the courtyard, and some of the thieves notice him and rush over to him. This is a crowded area. They're in a big circle. They were looking like they were going to do some kind of ritual there in the middle with the rod, and y'all kind of interrupted it. Well, Maeve, out of the darkness, next to your character, you suddenly see a catch of movement out of your eye. And there's a person that's crouched up on the roof with you that you didn't notice before. He was like hiding in the shadows of a chimney. And he like appears right next to you out of nowhere. And he says, "Oh, you foolish druid, this is not your forest." And with that, he casts some kind of spell. It looks like a web. And this web sprays out and slams into you. And then he like kind of has you webbed, and he jumps off the roof opposite the circular area, right? So you guys are jumping off the roof. You're sliding down the roof on the outside of this building back towards the alley. All right.
Okay.
And as he's sliding, he starts to shape change. And he shape changes into this, he was like vaguely human, maybe drow elf even. He was like dark skinned but he had like red eyes, and there's something in the shadows. There's something wrong with him. He's definitely some kind of abomination creature. But as he's sliding down the roof with you kind of in tow in the web, he starts shape changing, and he shape changes into this giant spider creature. It's about the size of the owlbear that you can turn into, right? Like this huge 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot monstrosity of a spider. They're called ettercaps, and you probably haven't heard them in D&D lore since you're new to D&D. But he's turning into this giant ettercap, which is like this spider creature.
Put it on screen, man. Give us some pictures.
Yeah, I've got. I'll share one here in a second. Yeah, let me actually. I think I can throw up an ettercap right here. Maybe hold on.
Awesome.
I've got some images for him.
Hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a dog here.
Okay, I'll show you here in a second. I've got some tokens for him. Now, Maeve, you know about ettercaps because you're a druid. some of the folklore around Ettercaps is that they're kind of like rotten druids. They're like druids that lived in the forest, and instead of, being peace with nature, they really got in tune with spiders. And so they kind of like, they're these spider, herders. They're kind of like spider shepherds, evil, creepy, and they are kind of an antithesis to druids in this world. So this is like your opposite, right? This is like a big bad guy that's kind of the opposite of you. And
Okay.
So you're really concerned. It's obviously a big deal here. Let me pull up the next map. So I'm going to share this battle map. It's got a grid on it. This is the exterior of the cathedral. So you guys were kind of up on the roof to the top left up there, and he kind of just drags you down and flies through the air, pulling you. I'm going to put you here on the battle map where you kind of crash on this bridge, wrapped up in webs, and you're still a vulture, right? And so you're kind of wrapped up in webs as a vulture, and then he is this big nasty Ettercap, like an Ettercap, calling him an Ettercap dark druid. Let me make him visible. Okay.
Ew.
So can you see him? He's kind of like lands. He kind of like lands next to you. When you land, you kind of get the breath knocked out of you. I think you're automatically shaken. You're not damaged or anything, but it shakes you, right? And you've kind of slammed into this bridge with the Ettercap. All right.
Okay.
And he turns and hisses at you as he lands nimbly next to you on the bridge. So, give me a second here. We will start. That's how we will start the first round of combat. And look at you with the very first round of combat. Let me change my Kinku music. Let me find some battle music. Hold on.
Yeah, I got a Joker.
You got a Joker, that's right.
Adventure cards. Oh, do I get an adventure card?
We're not going to use adventure cards tonight. I'm going to rethink those, but we won't need them for tonight.
Gotcha.
All right. Y'all hear some Kinku battle music now? I hear some coming up.
Yeah, I've got music.
Okay, so Maeve, you have a Joker. A Joker means you get a Benny. I think everybody got a Benny, actually.
Yeah,
so y'all
everybody
start
gets
off nice. Although I don't know since they weren't in the battle tracker, I don't know if they got one or not. But you get a Benny, and when you get a Joker, you can go whenever you want. So you can go first or last. You can choose, and you get +2 to all your rolls.
Okay, I'll go first.
So the first thing that you do is you are shaken, right? So you want to try to unshake, and you and in Fantasy Grounds, do y'all remember how to unshake? You right click and there's a way to automatically do your shaking. Do you remember what it is?
I think it auto throws at the beginning of your turn.
That's an option I have turned off.
Okay.
I unclicked it.
That's okay. I can just toggle it off and on again.
Okay.
Okay, so shaken is. Oh boy, it's been a while. Vigor or spirit?
I think it's vigor.
Vigor, right? Your toughness, your physical
I think.
toughness.
I'll double check.
So, Maeve, make a vigor roll, and it should give you a +2 automatically because you're bonus, and it's success. And I think if I drag and drop this on your shaken, well, maybe not. Okay, so you're no longer shaken at the beginning of your turn.
Okay.
You can act normally now. So, what would you like to do? You are still now here. Let me put an effect on you though, because you are still a buzzard,
All
and
right,
you
that
are
is a spirit roll.
and you're entangled, which means that you are vulnerable and you cannot move unless you break the entanglement.
That's what I was thinking. Doing.
Right?
So I'll use my vulture talons to get out.
How do I do this choice? Okay, so oh, it is a spirit roll. Okay, it's been a while. It's spirit, but that's okay. You won't retro that. So you're entangled by this web, and we're all a little rusty. Let me refresh my entangle rules here. I'll share those with you. Oops. Entangle. Thought I had those bookmarked somewhere. There's one I bookmarked them, but I guess not. Core rules. Pathfinder. Entangled. So. Entangled. Where is entangled? Oh, bound and entangled. Okay. So when you're entangled, you can't move and you're vulnerable as long as you remain entangled. Vulnerable means you have -2, or vulnerable actually means everybody gets +2 to hit you, right? So to break free from a foe, you are going to use. I can drop the grappling rules in here. You can use the grappling rules, right? And your size matters. If you're bigger, you can. It's easier to break loose. But you're going to make an athletics or a strength check.
Okay.
At -2.
Okay. So then I'll just, because I have the Joker, I'll just make it normal, right?
Yeah, it'll do it automatically for you.
Oh, oops.
So you can use your athletics or your strength, whichever is stronger, whichever's higher, to try to break out of this. Now, do you want to take multiple actions though? Remember, if you're going to take this counts as one action. If you're going to take multiple actions, you have to declare them ahead of time. So is there anything you want to do besides just break out of the web? Movement is free.
Well, I want to move afterwards.
Okay. Okay, so go ahead and just make your try to break loose from this web. And that's nice. You got +2 for the Joker.
Oops, I accidentally added another +2, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's still a 7, so that's a success. All right. So you break open the web.
Mm-hmm.
And now, but you're still a buzzard though, right? So you're like tearing at it with your beak and batting it with your wings and everything like that, right?
Yeah.
And you kind of get yourself loose after a moment of struggling, and now you can move. What do you want to do? Where would you like to move to? Just gonna kind of hover up in the air above the eder cap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so you kind of squawk and fly and clawing at him and clawing at the webs, and you lift yourself up in the air, and the webs are falling off of your body.
Yeah.
And that's the end of your turn. So the Ettercap, the dark druid, he looks at you, he turns up at you, sees you escaping, and he takes let me pull him up here. He takes a leap at you before you get too far away, and he's trying to entangle you again. With I think he leaps and tries to entangle you up and wrap you up again here. So for him, that is a smart roll. Or no, that's a range. Let's see. Tangled. Well, caster. Oh, it's a caster roll. Okay, so he's gonna target you, and he's gonna try to entangle you again to wrap you back up. And what did that work? 2 power points, range smarts. Hello, right here. Okay.
Whoa, you do have cool dice.
He is, he's got a 4. He's targeting you, and that's a ranged attack, so that's a success. So he tangles you up. And, let me see what that means, entangled. Bound after effect damage, and you take 2d4 damage. Let's see if you take any damage. 4 is not enough to damage you, so you get tangled up again, and you start falling back down to the ground.
Wait.
On your turn. All right.
Okay.
And we're gonna go to the next round. That's the end of, and then he. Let's see. He's staying on the bridge, waiting for you to fall down. He's trying to yank you back down to the ground, to this sidewalk below the bridge.
Okay. I want to take 2 actions.
All right, hold on. We got to go to. He might go before you.
I forgot about that part.
That's right. That's right. No. All right. So it's the next round, and he goes first. The dark druid, he is going to leap off the bridge, pulling you down to the floor. He really doesn't have to do much to do that. Let's try an agility check here, just in case something weird happens. Ooh, a 13. Explosion with 2 raises. So he yanks you down. I'd say using his body weight, he yanks you down easily, down to the ground. And y'all both. He pulls you down. He slams you into the ground again, and you're tangled up. And I'm gonna have you take like 2d6 damage, just in case something happens from like just slamming into the sidewalk, into the pavement. You're still okay. It's only a 5. So it's not enough to stun you. Your toughness is a 6, right? So it has to be a 6 to shake you. But now you're slammed into the ground again, and you're entangled again.
Uh-oh.
And as you land on the ground, you see that tunnel behind you. And that tunnel off to the left, you see it going back to the left off screen. That kind of leads back to the Citadel where you guys were earlier, where you're having the earlier battle.
Mm-hmm.
And inside that tunnel, you can see 2 more Ettercaps are coming. Now let me put them out here. They're coming out of the tunnel like they've been called by him or something. You see him coming out?
I
Yeah.
don't see him yet.
Now,
Oh, now I see him.
yeah, everybody should see him, right? So now you're in trouble. You got 3 of these folks coming. They are on hold, so they haven't moved yet. And you get to go next, but you're entangled again.
Okay, I'll do 2 actions this time. I'm gonna break free from the thingy. So I'll do strength this time instead of athletics. I don't know.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're gonna break 3. Hold on. Before you do that, you've got to. Okay, you did your multi-action. Good. You did good. Okay, you know what you're doing. So you break free of the web. But I didn't hear what your other action was.
I'm gonna try to maybe cut a few of his legs off with.
When you're a buzzard, you don't have any weapons. You don't have anything. You'll have to shape change back into yourself, or you'll have to shape change. Remember, I made you an owlbear, so you can shape change into an owlbear if you like.
Oh, would my bird claws not be sharp enough to do it?
So right now you're a buzzard. So your second action probably needs to be some kind of shape changing, unless you want to keep fighting as a buzzard. Either
Well,
back
that's
into
what I
your
was
true
thinking.
self, or back into your owlbear self.
You could do at least, or maybe you could flee.
Greg, I can barely hear you for some reason. Is that everybody or just me?
How's that? Is that better now?
Yeah,
Much
especially
better.
you is a little low.
All right. That's
Okay, so
Okay,
your first action, break free. What's your second action?
Okay, I'll move a little bit first since I just broke free. I want to move up here. And then I'll just wait. That doesn't make any sense. Is shape changing like part of that also? Like, is that one of my actions?
Yeah, so shape changing is an action. I think you can turn into an owlbear, or you can shape change back into your human form.
I just want to be the elf lady again, but I wanted to move up onto the bridge again.
Okay, you're gonna fly up there and then
first, and then I'll shape change. Yeah.
And I think you can transform back into yourself as a free action.
Oh, okay.
I think so. Do you remember that, Mike, when you were shape changing?
I don't have the spell listed, but it'll take me a second to read it. I can tell you. 1 sec.
Oh, well, I have it also.
Right, allows you to animal. Assume, retain your own skills. No capacity for speech. Can't activate powers. Yeah. Okay. So you have to. You can't actually go from a. You can't go from a buzzard into a bear. You have to go back to elf form and then cast it again. So you're gonna fly up, and then you're gonna shape change back into a druid, and that's a free action. So you still have 1 action if you want to take an action.
I want to throw my sickle at his head. I think.
Okay, a sickle is not a ranged weapon, though.
I can't even throw it.
You can throw it, but it
wouldn't work.
It'll have a tough chance. You have a longbow, so you could as you're flying up, you could pull your bow out.
Okay.
Kind of you're morphing all at once. You're flying up as a buzzard, and then you're turning back into your elf self, and at the same time you're gracefully pulling out your bow.
Okay.
And you land on the bridge, and now you can fire your bow at somebody.
Oops.
Okay, and you fired at you didn't target anybody. Make sure you.
Oh.
That's okay.
I was gonna redo it anyways. But...
Yeah. Drag a target whoever you're shooting at, and then roll that again.
Well, should I do it with a Benny,
No, you don't need to use a Benny. Just we're practicing the rules. We're all rusty.
Oh
no! Your bowstring breaks, and your bow is useless.
Okay.
Through all the acrobatics, your Your bowstring catches on the wing of your vulture as you're still turning back in yourself, and your string snaps, and now you don't have a bow. This is a critical failure. So, next up are the other two Ettercaps. So they've been called, this dark druid let out this shriek, and they're storming out of this drain tunnel. And so they run out, and this one is running up. This is not to scale. These squares are probably a little too large, so let's cut movement in half. But these two Ettercaps come running out, and they're scrambling up the side of the bridge to come and get you. All right.
Run away!
Now, it's about this time that we're going to introduce our new character, Rolf. You guys see Rolf in the middle of Fancy Grounds. He's Craig's new character. Craig, tell us about Rolf.
Rolf is a troll slayer in the true sense, really like a monster slayer. He comes from a very proud tribe of or kingdom of dwarves in the nearby mountains. He's not only is he a monster hunter, so he enjoys the hunt. He enjoys the gladiator arena. He enjoys just physical combat. His body is laden with tattoos, and his tattoos have somewhat of a magical aura that provide him protection similar to wearing armor, even though he wears none. Rolf has been sent to the city in particular because of rumors of particular monsters lurking beneath the city that would bring he and his kingdom much honor if he could slay them. But he's also I'm still working out the rest of his background and like what he's going to be doing long term.
And troll slayers have a death wish too, right? Like there's something about it's almost like Valhalla, right? Like you want to die in battle against the greatest you've lost honor or something, and you want to die in battle against.
If you're going troll slayer from like Warhammer lore, they've been disgraced or dishonored in some fashion, so they seek death in battle.
Yep.
Right.
Against overwhelming odds.
Yeah.
Right.
So
just by pure coincidence, you're here on the scene just by pure coincidence, and that is that you know, in your monster hunter efforts, you got wind of reports of a nest of Ettercaps, and so you just happened to be strolling down the road this night. You're not sure where you're going exactly. You kind of have rough instructions of where to go, and so I shrunk you down because you're way down the street, and you see what's going on. You see this battle. You see this huge Ettercap. I don't know if you ever ran into Ettercaps before. Probably not. But you have some.
I'm going to read about them here to see if they're maybe my kingdom has been plagued by nests of Ettercaps in the past.
Yeah. So anyway, so you see this battle happening down the street, and you see at least. You don't see the two smaller Ettercaps because they're behind the bridge, but you see this huge one in the middle of the street, and it seems to be battling this buzzard, large bird that turned into an elf up on the bridge. And so you saw everything that just transpired.
Okay.
And jump over here. We will hold. Go on to the next round.
Oh, I'm in the last position.
So, that Dark Druid is up again. It's still hasn't really. Maybe it sees you way down the street, but it's not concerned about you yet because you're a ways off. You're probably going to have to make like a run action just to get up on the combat. So the dark druid attempts to leap up onto the bridge. Wow, another really successful raise. 3 raises. I think this dark druid lands on top of you, Maeve, with such a good roll. He lands on top of you. Let me break him down a little bit so we can see both of them. And he's kind of like a spider human, right? And he's got a bite, and his bite can poison you and stun you. So he's going to try to bite you now. And I'm going to give him +2, like a +2 circumstance bonus, because he landed on top of you, so he's in a really good position with that amazing roll.
Oh, wait. Was he already in range, or because he just moved into range, can I use first strike?
Let me see. He jumps up on you, and that's moving into range. So you're not shaken or stunned, so you get a free fighting attack against him as soon as he moves into reach. So yes, you get to first strike him as he lands on you. And that's just
my sickle.
Plain attack with your scimitar, nothing special.
Yeah.
A hit?
Oh, wait. Let me try again. Benny.
You want to use the Benny?
Oh, that's not that much better.
Still unharmed. Yeah, he's pretty tough. So you fend him off a little bit with your scimitar as he lands on you. But his weight, he's huge and heavy compared to you and your little elf body, right? And he lands on you and makes an attack of trying to bite you here. And why didn't it? Oh, no, he should be targeted. Okay, I don't know why it didn't do that. So it's a 9 is your attack, and your parry is a what?
5.
Your parry's a 5, so that's a hit with a raise.
Wound? Oh.
Oh my gosh, look at that explosion. 2 6.
Did I just die?
No, because you can soak. So,
Oh, okay.
What that does is, let's see, your toughness is a 6. So that's a hit with 3 raises, which is a lot. But you can soak your damage. Anytime you want to, you can spend a Benny and make a vigor roll. And for every success and raise you get, it reduces the damage by 1. So this damage hasn't actually happened yet. So you definitely want to spend a Benny. And, oh, you got an explosion. You got a success and a raise. So that mitigates 2 of the damages. So you only take 1 wound.
Be right back.
All right. So he lands on you and he bites you. And it's not, and I think you held him off with your weapon, right?
Right.
You held him off pretty good with your weapon, but now you are poisoned potentially.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so it's just it's a paralyzing poison. It has to cause at least a shaken result to you, and then you need to make a vigor roll with a -2 to avoid the effects of the poison.
So would that be -3 because I also have a wound?
It'll automatically do your wounds for you. You don't have to worry about them. Just put in a -2 in the bottom left box and make a vigor roll.
Oh.
Okay, so you have a minor paralyzing poison overtaking you, unless you want to spend another Benny.
No, that's okay.
Okay. All right. Next up is now you're up, Maeve, and you're shaken also. So the first thing you want to do is your spirit roll to unshake.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
Yeah, it gets tougher when you're wounded. Now, you know what? Don't do that. So if you fail your shake roll, you get a free shake roll, right? And if you fail it, you can just use a Benny to automatically remove it. You don't have to roll again.
Oh, okay. I'll just take it
Okay?
off then.
You're automatically unshaken. And now you can take your turn as normal, except for that you're starting to stiffen up from the poison. So I'm going to give you a level of fatigue from the poison, which is going to give you another -1. Now you have -1 from your wounds and -1 from the fatigue from the poison. But you can take and I forgot, are you entangled still?
No.
No, you're not entangled. You got loose, so you're not entangled. So what are you going to do for your turn?
Well, I guess I'll try to swing at it again.
What other abilities do you have? Can you heal?
No.
Just attack with your scimitar?
Yeah. And then maybe I'll just try to run away again after. I'll think about it. I do know that I want to. No. Okay. Well, that missed, so I'll run away now.
Yeah, but if you run away, he gets a free attack on you while you disengage.
Okay, well, that's that then.
But you can still, I mean, it still might be worth it. It's up to you.
No, that's okay.
Okay, so you're going to stay there,
look at my...
kind of hand-to-hand combat with him on the bridge.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, the Ettercaps are climbing up the bridge. So they can go half. So now there's 3 Ettercaps up on the bridge with you. And it is now Rolf's turn.
So I'm down there. How in the world am I going to get up there?
I can't hear you again, Craig.
I'm down in the river or in the gutter. I mean, how am I supposed to get up?
Yeah, you were down the street. You were down the street coming this way. So
that doesn't look like a street. That looks like a freaking sewer or a river or something.
Canal.
A waterway. Yeah, it looks like a canal.
Yeah.
Is there any means of egress?
Yeah, we'll say there's a side step. It's kind of arched. You can run and climb up onto the bridge, I think, from where you're at. Okay.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. In the minute that I get close enough, so I have a provoke ability. Let's see, if I can't get close enough to throw an axe, I'm gonna attempt to provoke them. Just through a guttural war cry. I assume that they can't speak.
No,
they look like monsters to me.
Yeah, the spiders are monsters, and then there's a dark druid leading them.
Yeah, but I don't know that he's a dark druid. He's like a monster to me. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run up I'm going to climb as fast as I can up there and let out a guttural war cry.
Okay, so
to try to provoke them.
As well, it's getting crowded on the bridge here. Let me get you larger here. And yeah, so you can provoke them, and that is that's a taunt test.
When you use your taunt, oh wait a minute, did I screw this up? No, I got taunt. Yeah, and so what does taunt do? Taunt.
It's
person's prizes ridicule, cruel, general, taunts. Out of combat means if you're okay.
For turn, when you taunt for test and get a raise, you can provoke. You have to get so you're taunting like normal. If you get a raise, you're provoking them as well.
I have to get a raise for for provoke to work. Where does
Provoke work, yeah.
it say that? Where does it say that?
Under provoke.
In addition to all the usual effects of success, and no, it just says in addition to all the usual effects of success and raise, the enemy suffers a -2 penalty.
Yeah.
I don't have to get a. I don't have to get a
Look,
raise.
once per turn, when your hero uses taunt for a test and gets a raise, she may provoke the foe. So
Gets a raise. Okay, that's fine. All right, here we go.
Okay, so who are you taunting?
The big guy.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yep. And then that is a, I think that's a contested check.
There's the raise.
Nice. So, taunt, reception, engineering.
Opponent smarts.
Opponent smarts. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So you want to leave your target as 8, and then he makes a smarts check to resist the taunt. Right? So, smarts. Not that high. Okay, so you got a success, but not a raise. So it's distracted.
Oh man, provoke's insanely difficult to get to fire. Well, that's too bad.
Distracted here. Yeah, I think you need a higher. Your taunt is not that great at D6. Your taunt is pretty average. But it's distracted, so it's got -2 on everything that it's trying to do. And you run and you get up onto the bridge, and now these 3 guys can all see you. Now, about that time, more ettercaps are coming out of the tunnel.
So there's more than 3?
Yep, there's a couple more coming. And next up is Oak. Fayin, how's it going? Are you there, Fayin? I think we lost Oak. All right, Barnaby. About this time, you come floating, instead of Fayin, it's Barnaby. About this time, you're coming floating over the wall. Now, if you recall, you have the body of Ezekiel, and you're kind of floating Iron Man style out of the previous combat over the wall. So you're floating through, and you see this big scene underneath you.
Okay.
There's you see Maeve on the bridge. Let me back it. Everybody up a little bit so it's getting crowded. You see this giant spider like creature. You see a dwarf that you've never seen before, and a couple other smaller ettercaps, man-sized, on the bridge, and some more ettercaps pouring out of this tunnel, leading back behind you.
Okay. Well, okay, so am I in a spot where I can like land on top of the roof there?
Well, it is your turn now. You're going last, so you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
But you're floating in the air with your telekinesis spell.
Yeah, so I'll land on that roof if I can find a decent spot, drop my companion and someplace safely so he doesn't fall off the roof.
Okay, I think
Even
you can kind of like land in this corner, set Ezekiel's body on a balcony.
Yeah, that's fine. And then that dark druid looks kind of nasty down there, so I think we're going to go ahead and we'll use the telekinetic slam to see if we can just slam him against the just slam him against the bridge. See if I can crush him.
Okay, like knocking him off the bridge or into the side of the bridge.
Yeah, just like pick him up, smash, kind of smash him. In fact, you know what? If let me see if I can. Let me roll first. See what I've got here. So it starts with a roll, like all magic powers, and I'm gonna go ahead and. Okay, so a 7. I think that should be.
Did you target him?
I did not. So how do I target him? Oh, just shift click or control click on
Just
him.
click or control click, and
Okay.
then
Do you want me to roll again?
yeah, roll again let's get back in practice.
Is he targeted now? Let me just take a look at the comment.
He is.
He is. Okay. Yep, I got it.
No, yes, he is targeted.
All right.
There's an explosion. 19.
Okay, so I got a total of 20.
Okay,
So that's
still doesn't, but that's all right. Okay.
Did it not target him?
It didn't compare yourself to his. I don't know exactly what that spell's trying to do, but it didn't show any stats of what the 20 means.
Well, no. So the first roll is really just to see if you can use the power against him, and then if you can. So every time you use the power in opposition, while it's in effect, you have to make one of those rolls. And so
Okay.
now the way that works is I'm now attacking with a raise. So what I'm going to be doing is a bash to the floor, ceiling, or walls for strength plus D6. And in this case, the strength is D12. Okay.
Okay.
It's D10 or D12 with a raise. So let me see here. Change to caster. Let me just read this here real quick here. Unwilling beings targeted by technically resist the caster's arcane skill with an opposed spirit roll when first targeted. Okay, so he needs to roll opposed spirit against that 20.
Oh, against that 20? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look with that. Nope.
Okay. Hi, buddy. And then okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and roll. So I don't want to roll strength. I don't know how to roll this D12 here. Do I just roll manual D12?
Let me take a look at the power real fast. Which power is this one?
It's telekinesis.
Telekinesis. Telekinesis seasoned. Bash. Strength plus D6. Right? So just roll a D12 and a D6.
Okay. So D12.
We should probably add it to your
Yeah, I will.
Create a sub power, but go ahead. You can do it manually now to keep the game flowing. Roll a D12 and see if it explodes. So you got 6 points of damage. You want to Benny that?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So, oh wait, I gotta do the Benny though, don't I? So I click the Benny, and do I drop it?
Yeah, drag and drop it. Maeve, while this is happening, the 5, and the 3 is an 8, and his toughness is a 7. So you shaking him.
You know what? I'm gonna Benny it again. Am I allowed to Benny it again?
Sure.
I feel like we have to take this guy out quick if we can.
Okay. 6.
Did not roll where I wanted it to.
And a D6. No, you get to keep the highest result though. So
Okay.
you're shaking him.
So I've shaken him.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think slam him with a shaken. I think that's enough to drop him off the. He kind of leaps off the bridge, gets slammed, leaps off the bridge, lands on the alley, on the other side of the bridge. Maeve, as he's doing that, you notice something around his neck.
Uh-oh.
Do you remember back in the first adventure that one of the artifacts that got stolen was a golden pine cone?
Mm.
He is wearing it around his neck. This dark druid. You kind of like, he's still got cloaks and stuff and clothing, but he's like a spider creature. But you see a glimpse of gold flash under his cloak, and you see that he's got a chain and he's wearing that. It was like a golden pine cone, and he's wearing that pine cone around his neck. And that's the artifact that specifically belonged to Bigby, your mentor.
Uh-oh, that makes me real mad.
All right, that was Barnaby. Rolf, you're on the bridge with 2 eder caps. Craig, you there?
Oh yeah, I am. I thought you said.
What do you want to do, sir?
I thought you said Barnaby.
You hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now, Oak.
Okay, sorry about that. All right. So
That was Craig, not
so
Oak.
that guy. I thought you said Oak. I'm sorry.
No,
I thought I already went.
Rolf,
This...
Rolf, the dwarf, the troll slayer.
Okay, I see. I see where I'm at in the tracker. Okay, so the Ettercap that I tried to taunt. So I taunted him. Wait a minute. When did he go this round? I had to run downstairs. The dogs were whining. What did he do this round?
So, okay, no problem. Here's what you missed. You ran up onto the bridge. You taunted that Ettercap, and so he got distracted. And about that time, Barnaby came floating over the wall with the body of the paladin, right? And so Barnaby set down the body of the paladin high up on the walls, up on one of these
Yeah. Okay.
roof, and then he blasted because you had it helped because you had distracted the Ettercap. He blasted the Ettercap with a telekinesis attack that knocked it off the bridge.
Okay.
And so it's shaken. It's down at the bottom of it's down in the canal. Maeve is kind of safe now, although wounded and poisoned on top of the bridge. And you have 2 Ettercaps, and one's right in melee with you, right behind you.
Did any of them come up on me? Because I have first strike.
No, you came up on them. You ran up onto the bridge on them.
So none of them on their turn on
Right.
on pulse 9. None of them tried to attack
Yeah.
me.
So you are in melee combat with the Ettercap number 1, and number 2 is right behind him trying to get to you.
Okay. So okay. All right. All right. Well, I've got my two axes, and so I'm gonna so I'm ambidextrous. I have 2 weapon fighting.
Yes, so that means you can make 2 attacks without the action penalty.
Okay.
All that combo. So you can
All right.
target.
No offhand.
Yeah, offhand and
weapon fighting.
ambidextrous offsets all that. So target Ettercap number 1 and make an axe attack, and then you can kind of wait and see what happens with. If you kill him, you can move on to Ettercap 2, right?
All right.
But if you
Very
don't
good.
kill him, you can attack him again with your offhand.
All right. Here we go.
A hit.
Okay. It's a hit, but no raise this time.
Raise. They have a parry of 5. Toughness 7.
Oh, terrible. I'm gonna Benny that damage.
Do that.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Oh,
That's
another one. Okay, but you
And
still
then
get another attack.
Yep. I sure do. It's
So-
my offhand axe.
Offhand axe, same creature, and this is a free attack too, basically.
Yes. I missed again.
Okay,
All
so
right.
you're
That's good enough.
swinging at him. Axes flailing, backing him up, but you don't strike any deadly blows.
All
As you're
right.
doing
I'm gonna
that.
look at rage and make sure that I'm still in control here.
Yeah, you don't have to. You can choose to rage whenever you want, but if you get If you get wounded, then I think you have to rage automatically, or you have to test to rage because you're a barbarian, right?
Yep, I can rage last 5 rounds. I can volunteer. If I'm shaken or wounded, I have to make a smarts roll. Okay.
Okay, there you go. So, Fayin, you're last to join the party. I'm going to put you in the corner. To recall, you ran through. You were trying to grab the. You had to make a last-minute escape, and were dodging explosion.
I grabbed the rod and ran.
Yeah, no, you didn't get the rod though. The guy got the rod from you, but you had, and he got away, and you had to escape. So you come darting through through the street. You're kind of coming down the opposite side of the street when you come into all this. We'll say you're a little farther away, but you can run up on Ettercap number 4 if you want.
I don't want to be anywhere near them. How far away am I?
You're down the street a little ways from this image, since we're kind of half theater of the mind, half battle map.
Okay.
You come wheeling around the corner and in between 2 buildings. You look right, you don't see anything. You look left, there's this huge commotion. The last thing you expected to see, there's all these people on a bridge fighting. Spiders, a giant Ettercap. You see Barnaby floating down. You see Maeve on the bridge. You see a dwarf that you've never seen before. You see this giant spider Ettercap.
Using ranged attacks, if you take the multi-action, can I shoot twice?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You have a primary range attack that you want to use?
Yeah, I've got a bow. I'm just double checking one of my abilities. For my sneak attack. When I have the drop, or the victim is vulnerable, so none of that applies right now. Okay. So I'm going to take a multi-action. I'm going to try to pump an arrow into 3 and 4, one into each.
Okay.
So number 3.
You can target them one at a time in case you kill one.
Yeah.
Or you miss one. All right. That is a hit on the first one. Roll damage.
Boo.
Boy, your damage rolls are bad. You want to Benny that?
Why not?
Oof, another one. Okay.
Better. Oh well.
Arrow's looking into the wall beside the Ettercap as it skitters around.
That was 3 and number 4.
Oh, nice.
Same
that
thing, no raise.
No raise. I thought I saw an explosion, but you still didn't get.
Just not high enough.
7, shaken. That'll apply.
Yeah, so that will be my turn.
All right, so you put an arrow into the 4th Ettercap as you come wheeling around the corner. That was you there on hold. All right, and roll. Remember, I'm going to put your character way down over here just to remember that you're down the street, that you're not anywhere close. Okay. So, next round. We have, fans on hold. Let's deal you in. The next round, we have the Ettercap Dark Druid. He remains shaken. I'm going to have to spend a Benny on that. I can't let him stay shaken. I'll spend a Benny. That automatically removes his shaken status. And he and his buddies, he lets out a clitter-clack screech like he's calling for more Ettercaps. And then he leaps back up onto the bridge, and this time he's targeting the dwarf. Oops. He's targeting Rolf.
Uh-oh. All right. Bring it.
He tries to just bite down on you. And that's a miss. Lands on your backs. He's heavy, but he doesn't quite land a blow on you. You spin and just in time, right before he sinks his little spider teeth into the back of your neck.
Awesome.
Barnaby, you're still floating up high.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Barnaby is going to. How high up am I from the Ettercaps on the bridge?
Pretty high. What does that look like? 20, 30 feet?
Okay, so probably out of a burst area, right? Like that's a cone effect.
Yeah, I'd say you could cone. I'd say you can cone any, like 1 and 2, or you could cone 3 and 4.
Okay, I could get one set of them. All right. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and try and. You know what? I've still got another round of the telekinesis. I'm going to try and get that Ettercap Dark Druid again.
Okay.
So I'm going to do the same thing I did before, and go ahead and roll that here.
All right. So first, you make that nice roll. Wow, another explosion there. He's got no chance. Spirit fails.
Okay, now I do. So that's a raise. So I'm doing the D12, and I have an effect this time. So I think the effect should work for me. And now I'm going to roll the attack, I guess, which would be my strength, right?
Yeah. I think we have to do it manually unless you created it. The D12, D6.
I have the D12 but not the D6. I don't think. Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me see. So if I roll my strength is D4, so that wouldn't give me a D6. How do I do this? Oh yeah, let me just roll strength. Hang on, let me just do this.
No, well, your strength is weak. Your telekinesis strength is a lot stronger.
Yeah, but I put an effect on me from the telekinesis.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, give it a shot.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here.
You are the most. No, that was the wrong guy though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I have the effect on, but I don't really know how to get it to go off.
All right, let's play around with it later. Just roll a manual D12 and a D6 again.
You got it.
Yes. Oh, look at that! That's an explosion. 12. Roll again. Yeah. Oh, that's 23 plus a 6. 25. 25 to the Ettercap, and he's got a toughness of 7. So a 25 is 4 raises, which is enough to take him out. So I definitely need to spend a Benny here. You'll combat. Where's my dramatic cast? Where's my Bennies here? I do get. Where's my Bennies? Oh, there they are. I don't get 4. This one doesn't count. I'm going to try to soak that. So this Ettercap is he's a wild card, so he also has his own Bennies. So I'm going to spin that Benny to soak. That's with a vigor, and his vigor is pretty decent.
How much can you soak?
A success would soak 1. I'm debating. You did 4, so that's going to be 3. I'm going to spin another Benny, try to soak that again. See if I can get better than 1. I did. 11 is 2, so I successfully soaked 2, so he takes 2 wounds.
Okay. So what happens is I grab him again, but this time I get him really good by the scruff of the neck, and I take him up about 10 feet, and then he gets slammed down. But Barnaby's so worked up now that it hits like 3 or 4 times in really rapid succession. It's almost like a blur.
Yeah, you like slam him into the wall over here, and then down into the wall again, and then down into the wall and down to the floor. And he's definitely shaken and wounded. He's pretty beat up from that for sure. So nice job there. And then do you want to move?
I'm quite happy where I am.
Okay, Maeve, you're up. You are you're still feeling pretty wounded, but you're not feeling great. But you're able to take actions now. You're not shaking or anything.
Mm-hmm.
You're in druid form with your bow. Your bow's broken. You got a scimitar. What do you want to do?
Well, maybe I'll take a risk and I'll jump down and hit him with my sickle again.
Onto the dark druid?
Yeah.
You want to jump down and try to stab him with your scimitar?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. You leap down on top of him. Why don't you make an agility check just in case something goes wrong?
Okay.
You're a little beat up.
Uh-oh.
No.
Oh, that's boring. Okay, hold on.
I think you can. You know, Vinny. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I think you land. You're still going to be able to attack, but you land. You land pretty rough. You kind of land on him and kind of bounce off of him. You're not your normal graceful self.
Okay.
But I don't think there's anything too negative from that. I think you can still make a normal attack roll. You didn't like critically fail or anything.
Oh. Jesus. Okay.
But you're definitely beat up and feeling sick, right? You're like stiffening. Your joints are stiffening from the poison in your body, and you're
Yeah,
not.
that explains it.
All right, and I think that's your turn, jumping down on him. Rolf.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna absolutely. Let me see if there's something special I can do here. Yeah, I'm just gonna go after the guy in front of me still.
Okay, cap 1.
Yeah,
Attack.
I still have him targeted, so.
Pretty soon you're going to start weaving your way through these bodies on the bridge. Let's make it happen. There's a hit.
Alright. God.
Oh, those damage rolls are painful.
Alright. Offhand. Axe.
Oh, there you go.
There's
That's what you need to hit with a raise.
Okay, here we go.
Now you get that extra D6.
There's my extra D6. Okay.
All right, wound kills him.
All right.
Describe
Very
that
good.
real fast.
What's that?
Describe that real fast. How do you kill
Yeah,
him?
so I bring down the larger of my 2 axes, and he's able to deflect it with one of his hands, but the other axe, I come in an uppercut motion and slice his head in half from his jaw up.
Nice. And then you, okay, and then movement, you want to step into the next center cap? Even though you
Absolutely.
can't
No, actually, I'm going to do a motion like, come and get me.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I yell at him. Just, come on!
Very nice. All right, letter caps. Number 2. He's like, he'll bring it on. He'll come towards you.
All right, first strike.
Target you. Tries that. He's got
first
12.
strike.
Okay, you get a free attack at him as he closes.
Yep. So once per round, as long as he's not shaken or stunned, the hero gets a
Nice.
free fighting attack against an immediate. Okay, perfect. All right, so here we go. And I would assume that I only get 1 attack.
It's just a generic easy attack, yeah, basic attack. But that's a hit.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't target him.
Oh,
Target
sure
him,
did.
roll again.
Here we go. Doesn't count. Here we go. Come on. Got him.
No, you're still not targeting him.
Huh. That's interesting. Let me let go of these dice. All right. Control Ettercap 2. Now I got him.
Yeah, you got him.
Okay, come on. It's a hit.
It's a hit.
Come on. Let's get some big numbers this time.
7, he's shaking.
All right, that's good enough.
So you're backing him up. He's stumbling, skittering out of the way.
Would he get the chance to become unshaken, or did I
No,
did I
you-
shake him enough to waste his turn?
That's a good question. Yeah, that's a good question. That's never come up before, has it? I
Not
think
our-
he missed his
yeah.
attack anyway. I think you shake him, and so now he can't
Wasted.
attack, right?
Yeah,
Something like
and
that.
he has to get because you have to unshake at the start of your turn.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
unshake him.
so it makes I've wasted his turn.
So, Eder Cap number 3, he is going to scramble up the wall towards you, Barnaby, and he can't quite get you. He's on you, but he's like fighting you on the wall now, melee range.
Okay.
For Eder Cap 3. Eder Cap 4 was shaken and recovers. Eder Cap 4 is going to rush out towards Maeve down here on the ground. And then we have another Eder Cap that comes out of the sewer. And now we're up to Fayen's turn. So Fayen, you see another Eder Cap run out of the...
Now, does it look like Maeve's getting ganged up on?
I mean, not really. Everybody's kind of one-on-one right now, so...
Yeah, well, she's fighting the Dark Druid, correct?
Yeah, she's fighting the Dark Druid.
And then that other Eder Cap's running her direction, though, right?
Yeah, that's true. Hey, and I want you to make me a... make me a notice roll, Fayen.
Nope.
Okay. All right, so what do you want to do?
I see Maeve's going to be in trouble soon, and this one thing looks bigger and badder than the others.
Definitely.
So I'm going to take a double action again, and I'm going to pump 2 arrows into the druid. Or attempt to.
All right. Are you targeting him? Nice.
Damn it, I'm always one short of a raise.
Well, yeah, with that multi-action.
Well, that...
All right.
Yeah, it's a multi-action, but still.
No damage there.
No, I'm going to Benny that.
This guy does not have hardy. That's left over. So that is another wound here. So hold on one second. So he is. You just did a straight wound to him.
Okay. And then
he's at -3 now. He's almost dead.
Come on. That's still a hit. You get to
that. You know what? That didn't. Your -2 is gone. So that missed. After that nice explosion.
It's got the -2 on there.
Sure does.
Oh, you're right. I'm lagging. Oh, okay. So nice. So you kill him. Let's try it. That's like a Legolas shot, 27.
Yeah. So what happens is it's not expecting an attack from behind. The first arrow hits it in the side, and it knows that something's deadly behind it because it actually got through its defenses. So it turns to look just as the second arrow is coming in and catches it right in the mouth as it screams and just pierces right through the back of it.
Nice. Yeah, and you killed it. All right. Next round, Eder Cap.
Holy shit.
Eder Cap number 2 is still shaken. He's on the bridge. He's backing up, scrambling. He hears the death screech of the druid, and he's like looking over the edge and freaking out and just backing away from you, Rolf, and can't really do anything. Actually, he can still move, so he's going to leap off, and you get a free attack at him as he leaps away. So take 1 free attack at the Eder Cap, Rolf. Are you there, Craig?
I am. Sorry about that. I was trying to watch this. My dog's trying to get into some shit. Sorry.
So the Eder Cap that was in melee with you, he didn't unshake. So he's freaking out. He saw his. Did you hear that the main Dark Druid got killed by
yeah, I did.
Okay. So he's freaking out. He leaps off the bridge, so you get a free attack at him real quick while he leaps off the bridge.
Oh.
He's shaking.
Okay, I see what you're saying. He's still shaking.
So
He's
free
gonna try
melee
to run
attack
for
with
it.
Eder Cap 2 before he leaps off.
I've still got him targeted. So
Nice. Explosion. Oh, 2. That's a hit with a raise.
all right,
Some damage.
come on.
That's enough. So you kill him. He leaps away. You
So-
swing with your axe.
Yeah, as he's trying to jump away, I bring down my my axe, my larger axe in my right hand, right in its back.
Yeah, and you kill him.
I split his spine as he's falling. He's basically folding over in half.
Great. All right, y'all are cleaning it up now. Ettercap number 3 is the one up on you, Barnaby. He's crawled up and he's gonna take a bite at you here. Try to paralyze you. He doesn't really know what's going on. I better spend a Benny on that.
Can you spend? Oh, he's not a just a minion.
I'm spending one of my GM Bennies on him.
Okay, gotcha.
Oops, that's the wrong thing. 7. Let's try there. Yeah. No, he can't hit you, Barnaby. So he's clittering and clattering at you, trying to bite your legs, but you're scrambling out of the way on that ledge. Ettercap number 4 runs up on Maeve. Attacks her. You're able to hold them off with your scimitar, Maeve. And then Ettercap number 5. I think he does a full sprint towards you, Van, down the road.
Okay.
And so he's charging you. Doesn't know what else to do. He can't quite get you. We'll put you back over here now. He's done a full sprint towards you back over here. He's bearing down on you, getting ready to leap at you, but you're a little too far away. Rolf.
Oh, all right. I am going to. Okay, is that Ettercap that's on Maeve? They're under the bridge, is what it looks like.
They are. You can't really see them.
All right. So
you hear combat under the bridge. You see one Ettercap running down the road. You see the other one up on the wall fighting Barnaby.
yeah, I certainly can't get to the one up on the wall, so I'm going to leap down here.
Okay, agility check or
Right.
athletics.
Athletics, okay. And let's see, I think I am brute. So
Yeah,
I
that's
get
good. That
to
means you use your
use-
strength instead.
Yeah, not that it matters. My strength and agility are the same. Okay, but we'll use strength since it's the thematic. Okay, I'm gonna
All right.
Benny that.
You don't need to. I don't think you. Well, yeah, you probably should.
Yeah, I'm doing
Land
something
and
kind of
do it.
cinematic here, so
Yeah, you could land and not attack if you don't want to Benny it.
bummer. All right, well I
You land
stumbled.
and roll. You kind of have to do a half roll onto the cement, onto the street. It hurts, and you can't really come up and attack because of your failed leap.
All right, sounds good.
Barnaby, you're in melee now with this Ettercap.
Yeah, well, okay, so Barnaby is going to attempt to use the telekinesis on the other cap.
Okay, how many power points you got? You've been throwing those around quite a bit.
Well, so it's actually you use it. It's 5 power points, and then it lasts for a while.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
So
big clenched fist.
yeah, so he's just gonna try and pick this thing up, and then if he gets a hold of it, he's just gonna move it up into the air and try and drop it, release it on top
Yeah,
of
like-
Letter Cap 5.
Drop it 30 feet.
Yeah, something
Go
like
for
that. So actually, Barnaby can move it up pretty high in the air. Can move it up to 11 squares.
You can throw them across the road.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking it'd be kind of cinematic to drop him on top of his friend.
Yeah,
and,
there you
and
go.
have
Aim.
them damage each other. But let me try and get the telekinesis off here. Hang on a second. So, and I am setting up under. I'm trying to set up the damage here. I'm working on that. Okay, here's the grab. Oh, hold on. Bear with me. Sticks.
Okay, and then make a spirit check for that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ettercap number 3. Nope, he doesn't resist.
Okay, and then so Barnaby's just gonna take him up about 50 feet in the air, and I'm gonna try and drop him on top of Ettercap 5, which I think I'd have to roll for that.
Yeah, make it like an agility check or something to aim. You want to make an aim. You're still going to damage him anyway, but see how good your aim is.
Okay, I don't have aim set up. Can I roll agility?
Yeah, agility. Athletics is a skill you have to take. No, that's not bad. You get him close. Roll some damage.
Maybe I spooked the guy. Okay, so how do you want me to roll?
I'll give you an extra D6 since you're throwing him like 30 feet. So
Okay.
2D6 plus a D12.
You got it. I'm just gonna roll that here like this.
There you go. 14. That's enough to kill him. You squish him on top of his leader.
Better cap 5. Oh, okay. Oh,
Cap 3. You throw him down. He lands close. He lands. You missed a little bit. He hits the street and he splatters.
okay.
And he is out. Next to his, next to the dark druid. Maeve. You have an Ettercap. You're fighting under the bridge with your scimitar.
All right. Oh.
You're still beat up. You got beat up early. Anything you want to try to do fancy? You have spells, you have shape change. You could have shape changed into an owlbear a long time ago. You could cast burst. You got wall walker, you got beast friend. You got a lot of options you can do. You can do let's back up a little bit, Maeve. Because you know what you ought to do is you should be doing a wild attack. Since you're beat up, a wild attack would give you +2 to hit, right? So you keep missing all the time because you're injured and you're poisoned.
Uh-huh.
So remember all the different combat effects and stuff that you can do in Savage Worlds, right? You can test the Ettercap to make him distracted or vulnerable so that one of your friends can hit him easier. You can support your friends. You can do a wild attack so that you do extra damage or have an extra chance to hit, but you
open yourself up too on that, so you lose
you make
minus
yourself
2 parry.
vulnerable, right? There's all these extra cool stuff you can do in Savage World so that you don't just have to swing your sword.
Okay, well, I'll do a wild attack.
All
then.
the shots you can do. What does any of those sound more interesting than just? Let's retro this just for a second. What sounds more interesting than just taking another swing?
Well, can I do a wild attack with a druidic spell?
No, those are 2 different actions.
That's melee action, melee attacks only.
And since you're beat up, you don't want to take a multi-action because you're already at -2 for everything anyway. So I just focus on one action, either like a test. A wild attack gives you a +2 chance to hit, right? And it gives you +2 damage also, right? Then a wild attack.
Distracting could be good too because it would give it a minus to hit you.
Yeah. So Landry, just as 2 options, right? Let's just choose between 2 options. You could do a wild attack, which gives you +2 to hit and +2 damage, but then at the end of it, you're vulnerable, right? Which means it gets +2 to do whatever it wants to you. That's one choice. The other choice is a test, where you could just do anything you can think of creatively to like distract it, make it, and basically a test can be better if you succeed in a test. Then the creature is going to be distracted or vulnerable. It's your choice. So it's either going to have -2 to everything, or it's going to have, or all your friends get +2 because it's vulnerable. And then if you get a raise when you test it, then you've shaken it. So you could even shaken it and make it easier for one of your friends to kill.
I don't think it shakes it. I think it gets vulnerable and distracted.
I think that. Yeah, maybe. Well, here in the combat options, it says shaken with a raise.
I thought it was you get both.
Sure. But I've seen that too. Okay, I know what you're talking about. I've seen that too.
Hey, let's make a pick and let's play. Choose what you want it to do and let's go.
Okay, I'll distract it. I'll start just screaming my head off as loud as I can, and like.
Okay,
yeah,
what skill are you using? That would be probably intimidation.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have.
Okay, your skill.
That's not gonna work.
Yeah, your intimidation is not very good.
Well,
okay, well then I'll just do a wild attack then.
Well, so you could do something like use your fighting ability as you swing down into the canal and try to splash water up in its face to distract it.
Yeah, or athletics. You could do something with athletics. That would be really successful. With a D8.
Well, okay, so there's like this little arch. Maybe I'll just start running on it because I have wall walking, so I guess I could walk upside down and just start running. I'll do that to see if that entertains it or something.
Okay, so make an athletics test then. There
Yay!
you go. Oh, look at that, 2 explosions. 3 explosions. Grief.
That was really entertaining to him.
Okay, so yeah, so describe that. How did you distract it with your athletics?
Okay, so first I started waving my hands around to like actually get its attention focused on me, and then I ran towards the little arch under the bridge, and I just started running as fast as I can, around in a circle, like a loop-de-loop.
Okay. And you would probably want to make it vulnerable, which means all your buddies get a +2 to attack it.
Yeah, so it got really dizzy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's freaking out. It doesn't. It's like you turned into a spider yourself, and it's confused, right? Like it's like suddenly thinks maybe you're a friend or something because you're acting all spider-like. Fayin, you're up.
As this thing charges me, I'm going to continue doing what I've been doing and try to pump 2 into it.
Yeah, Ettercap 5.
Yeah. Nope, that's a miss. That's a hit.
All right.
I'm going to Benny that because I need this thing to die.
Taken. Okay, you put an arrow into it, and it skitters, but it's not dead. Ettercap has remained shaken and vulnerable and so it can't really do anything. It's just confused by you, Maeve. And so now you can go again. Ettercap 5, where's Ettercap 5? That's the one running towards you. He's shaking as well, so he's out with the arrow, and can't, kind of stops Faye and you stopped him in his tracks with the arrow. So Maeve.
Okay.
Now you have this thing shaken, so you're going to get +2 on your attacks, and now you could do a wild attack and get +4.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, we'll do that. So do I put +4 on myself?
There's an effect you can put on for wild attack.
Yeah, I'm grabbing it right now here. And I put that on her or on the creature?
On her, because she's going to get the +2 to fighting, +2 to damage.
Okay, so now you really did good. So now you get to make a wild attack, Maeve, and you're going to have a +2. So
now the vulnerable should be on the creature because she's vulnerable on her.
No, vulnerable. Let me see what happens here. I think she's good. Wait. Yeah, so that should have been a 10. So that's a success with a raise. So Maeve make an attack roll, but we missed it. Do you see the dice that says plus damage in the bottom left? It's grayed out under one action next to run.
I do see it.
Click on that so that it becomes colorful, so that it's orange.
Yeah.
And then make your damage roll.
Okay.
There you go. All right, describe how you killed it.
Okay, so I run up onto the top of the arch, and then I launch myself into it with my sickle in both hands, and I slash it in half.
Nice. Yeah, that was a good finale move to finish him off with that combo of actions. All right, and then I think there's only one Ettercap left. He's got an arrow in him, so Fayin, you just walk down the street, you casually put another arrow in him, and he's dead. And you all have completed this combat. Well done.
Very nice.
Triumphant music plays.
So I'm going to
Introduce yourself.
Yeah, so Rolf, before doing any of that, goes to the last Ettercap that he killed, and takes a trophy, and slips it, like chops off a claw or something, and slips it into a pouch that he has. All right, so these characters. Okay, so we have people all over the place, and nobody knows who each other are.
Yeah, I'm gonna come trotting actually down past him. I just kind of give him a cautious look, and like, thanks for the help, and I run to check on Maeve.
All right. Yeah. Do you want to do some? Does anybody have some healing magic for Maeve? Or Maeve, you have your own healing magic, don't you? I can't remember. No, that was the paladin.
Yep, we have no healing anymore.
Okay, a healing skill. There's the golden hour in Savage World. So if someone can make a healing skill, it can heal her, is because it's in the first hour. And remember that you can assist.
I don't have any kind of skill in it, so
I don't have healing either.
No, but no healing in the party, huh? That's kind of funny.
Yep, that's not great.
Well, we're gonna level up after this, so maybe the druid is gonna need pick up some healing.
Could we limp Maeve to a local church or somewhere where they might have a healer?
Yeah, so I look over at Maeve and I'm like, you don't look good.
What you can do is one of you can still, it's just unskilled, right? So
yeah, that doesn't sound great.
The two of you could like try to assist, right? You could do some assisting. You know what? Here. We're gonna say that Maeve, just to make things a little easier, because this is kind of negligent. We'll say Maeve has some healing solve on her.
Okay, very good.
And you can heal yourself, Maeve. Like, you kind of have to show them what to do, but you're able to. And the poison doesn't last that long anyway. It only lasts like 1 to 4 rounds. But they take some healing solve out of one of your pouches with your direction, and they heal you up. How's that sound?
Okay.
All right.
After Maeve somehow recovers, and I've taken my trophy off the Ettercap, I'm like, that was a fine romp, friends. I'm Rolf from the kingdom, whatever. I'll figure out the name of the kingdom I come from, but I'm Rolf, monster slayer from the kingdom of, whatever.
What's its nuts?
Yes.
Glad you could come by and help our friend. We, however, don't need to dally very long in the area. There's heard of incident. There was an explosion earlier, and which no telling what's going on. We should probably find a tavern elsewhere.
So,
what we should do is make sure this nest of Ettercaps has been completely eradicated. I think they came from that tunnel to the west.
So Fane and Barnaby, that tunnel leads back under the Citadel. And if you remember, just about 15 minutes ago, y'all were battling the thieves in the Citadel, and they escaped back into the back into the buildings.
Yeah, and I also say, I swear I heard that big one talk.
Those could have been the cultists.
Cultists?
Well, hey, friend, Rolf, I'm Barnaby, and your timing was fantastic, my friend. I am in your debt. We are in your debt. Lord knows what would have happened without your, mighty shoulders here to help us. My friend is sick. I think we would like to help you with the tunnel, but we have to see to Maeve, and then we can see about these Ettercaps. In fact, maybe you could come with us. I'd hate to have you go in there on your own, and we could really use you. It's a bigger fight than the Ettercaps.
After
Good.
After glancing over at Maeve, I see she looks like she's only suffering from being an elf.
Oh, you look like you're suffering from being short.
Yeah, hey, just a reminder, y'all just healed Maeve with her salve.
She's fine now?
She's fine now, yeah.
Yeah, she had a
Okay.
healing
All right.
salve.
In that case, retconning Barnaby and say, he'll look around to the party and say, is everyone okay? Anybody hurt?
Just Ezekiel, didn't you have him?
Yeah, at the mention of Ezekiel, his shoulders will slump. And he'll glance back up at the roof, say, we need to get our friend to the church. But he looks back to Maeve. Maeve, are you feeling up for investigating this tunnel, or do you want to stop here?
I'm not sure that I'm feeling super exploratory.
So you need to make a quick decision. If y'all want to run into this tunnel, there's a chance that you're going to catch up with the thief cultists that just escaped you a few minutes ago. Otherwise, you're going to have to regroup and try some other time.
I know these Ettercaps well. Not these, but I know the Ettercaps well. They've plagued the mountain kingdoms for years, killed many of my kin. There's definitely more down there. And if they're left to breed, this city could become overrun.
Are we prepared to face them, or will there be likely traps and things to slow our progress?
Isn't that what the elf's for?
Most likely, but either way, we're wasting time just stand here arguing about it. Are we going or not?
Barnaby will raise his hands and smile and motion and say, after you.
So I charge off into the tunnel.
All right. Hold on a second here. What's going on? Give me just a second here. Important note, y'all are leaving something behind.
Oh, the pine cone.
Check the druid's body.
All right. If you guys want to take a quick bio break, let me set this up real fast. We're gonna have
very good. Maybe we get a drink.
We're gonna have a combat dramatic task here. So. That's the problem.
when you get around to it after game, I need the new artwork so I can replace Ezekiel.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Not a panic right now.
Nick, I fixed those rolls. I got them all set up now.
Awesome. I saw you practice with them. Cool. Let's do that. There we go. All right. I'll step away for 1 second. I'm ready. What do you guys think?
All right, I'm back.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Are we back?
Yep.
I'm gonna put. Are you back?
You wanna
Madden
do
of
the ready
Hope.
tokens? How do we do the ready thing?
Oh. All right. We have Barnaby.
Yep.
We have Fayin.
I'm here.
We have Maeve.
Yeah.
And we have
Yeah.
Roll. All
I
right.
am ready.
So this has all happened very fast, right? You had the battle out in the courtyard. That was just, was over like 10 minutes ago, maybe not even that much. And then y'all come over the walls and it bleeds out into this battle with the Ettercaps. Y'all been battling with the Ettercaps. It's only been a few minutes since this whole thing started. The whole thing has only been going 10, 15 minutes tops. There was explosions from the barrels earlier, probably another explosion or two during the fight with the Ettercaps even. And you all decide to go running back into this alley. You know that it goes back into the catacombs beneath the citadel. You know that that thieves guild with the leader with the rod, he's got to be down here somewhere in the catacombs, right? They got to be around somewhere nearby. So you all go charging in past the Ettercap nest and into the underworkings of this ancient citadel that's been abandoned for 100 years or so. You all come spilling out into this room. I'm going to share a screen. Keep this up because this is a battle map also. But we're going to do a combination of a battle map, of a battle and a dramatic task. You guys come spilling into this open area full of stairs, ledges. You can see from the imaging, right? It's like the under catacombs underneath. and everywhere you've basically caught the I have goblin tokens because my thing was broken. So these are not goblins. These are the cultists that y'all were battling earlier. They're all dressed in thieves. They have like fake druid clothes on, so they look like druids, but you guys have been able to figure out that they're really just thieves, right? And they're all over the place. And the leader, there. Hold on just a second. And the leader is here as well, and he is. Oops, I don't have him in here. Okay. I think I had a nice image for him. Let me show him to you one more time. Here's what the leader looks like. You guys remember him from a previous battle?
Yes.
So he is, you're not sure what he is, if he's a druid or... Actually, I think y'all got some hints that he was an illusionist or something like that. But he's some kind of wizard druid leader. He's the one that had the rod. He's the one that killed Ezekiel. This is basically the guy that killed Ezekiel.
He killed Kenny.
He just killed Kenny. You killed Kenny, you bastard.
And so they kind of came out the other tunnel, right? And y'all kind of encountered each other in this big labyrinth of rooms and stairs and maze-like structures. And so we are going to have a dramatic task. So to refresh your memory for dramatic tasks in Savage Worlds, this is a single-person dramatic task, which means, and it's going to be for Fayin. So Fayin, you lock eyes with this guy. Do you remember how you almost got the rod away from him before, up above, about 20 minutes ago? So you're like, I'm not gonna let this son of a bitch get away. I'm gonna get this freaking rod, right, from this guy. He sees you. He sees the four of y'all come running in. He hasn't seen the dwarf, but he sees y'all. He panics, and he's trying to scramble and climb and get out of this room and escape, right? And you've got to try to stop him. And so for you to stop him, you have to get 4 successes in 3 rounds of dramatic tasks, right? So you're not going to be fighting. You're going to be using skills and doing different stuff to try to get successes. Your friends can fight. They can fight the thieves like normal during the combat. They can do, the rest of you guys, you can do things to try to aid Fayin if you don't want to fight. But you're trying to, he's got to succeed on this task while you guys are all fighting off all the bad guys.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Does to me.
All right. So let's get into it. First round. Barnaby. Y'all are kind of in this. Y'all just kind of come through the hallway. Again, this is theater of the mind. Don't take the grids literally, like you move one space.
I got you.
Space. You just move a couple spaces at a time. So Barnaby, what are you doing?
Barnaby will draw again on his telekinesis, and he's going to attempt to move himself up to the one of the higher spots to get advantage against these things.
Okay, this is a couple minutes later, so you're going to have to recast.
Oh, I know. Absolutely. I was planning on it. So here's the...
We're about 5 minutes after the Ettercap. The Ettercap battle. That's a damage roll.
Yep, sorry. Let me do that again. Oh!
Gonna open up with another crit fail.
No.
Wow. So what happens here?
Yeah, crit fail.
I can't Benny that, can I?
No, you can't Benny that.
Okay.
I think your spell fizzles and you're not able to cast it this battle. You take some backlash, you take some kind of, like, you've been using it so much, right? You used it in the first battle, in the in the courtyard, and then you kept it going, and used it more in the battle with the Ettercaps.
Yeah.
And it's like you suffer some kind of telekinesis backlash that kind of short circuits you, and you can't cast it anymore.
Okay. All right. Question: did I spend the power points? Because it's 5 power points, so it would be most of my power points then.
Yeah, I think you do.
Okay.
That's a critical failure. I think because you had to cast it, you had to use the power points first.
Yeah, I
You
believe
can
they're
remember
spent.
you can spend a Benny to regain 5 power points.
Okay. Can I do that now, or do I need to wait?
Yeah, you can do that now.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay. And then your regular old movement. What are you going to do? You can't tell.
Yeah. So we're coming into this area. Barnaby's just gonna fall back a little bit to take cover.
Okay. All right. You stay kind of in the hallway and take cover.
Yeah, I can't really. There's theater of the mind here, so I don't. But he'll get. He just doesn't want to get lit up with like arrows or anything.
Yeah. No problem. You can kind of stay back.
He's had a bad day now.
Right. Okay, Fayin.
Okay, so for the dramatic task part, what I'm going to do this round.
Yeah, and I can do. Let me add a dramatic task here. Hold on a second. Delete combat dramatic task for here. Okay, so reveal and drop a card here. Oops, no, that's not it. Hold on. Let me figure out this. Where's my card deck? Card deck. So you got a 9 of hearts. Clubs, there's a complication. When there's a club, you have a -2 to your actions. So think in terms of skills and
I already know what I'm doing. So because of all the there's only lanterns or torches here or there, a lot of stairs and little alcoves creating lots of shadows, I'm going to start dashing through from shadow to shadow, working my way up so he loses sight of me, so I can try to start closing the gap. So I'm going to use a stealth check.
Okay. Oh, holy cow. Oh, good grief. That's like all the successes you need in the first round.
Probably. Let's see. There's a little thing. It's on the GM side only that you can drag that number into, and it tells you how many.
Yeah.
Things it is. Which that is.
You still have to go 3 rounds. You could lose successes technically,
correct.
Right? But it's looking good. So describe what that looks like.
Start hauling ass from basically parkouring from shadow to shadow.
Yeah, move your guy where you're kind of like jumping up through the.
Well, you said now that guy's like heading upwards.
Yeah, he's heading upwards on the other side. So you're like.
Right. So I'm just working my way up to where I can try to
you're
matching him.
And jumping way up there, right? And you've cut him off. I think the 5 successes means that you've cut him off pretty good. That was fantastic. All right, Rolf.
All right. Never one to shy from the challenge. I rush headlong towards these guys right here.
All right.
So I know it's theater of your mind. I just go find the nearest 2.
Yeah.
I charge towards the nearest 2 thieves with a guttural roar.
Target him and start wailing.
Yep. Let's see. Do I have him targeted? I do. All right. Very good.
That's a hit.
Come on, let's get some good damage here.
Oh, that'll do it.
So I swing down on him. Oh my god!
Yeah.
I swing down on him with my right hand, with my larger of my 2 axes, cleaving his head off. And as I do so, I spin and to hit the second. With my offhand axe. Oops,
you take a step towards him, and you can hit thief 1.
Okay. Let's see. Do I have him? Nope. Here we go.
Success with a raise. Nice. It shakes him.
Yep. So enough of my momentum was stunted by cleaving through the first one. I'm just able to kind of disable and distract this second guy.
Right.
I get him a nice hit, but nothing lethal.
Maeve, there's thieves guilds swarming all over these stairs. What are you gonna do?
I want to. I want to go up the stairs and.
You're helping
fix
me.
that.
Sorry.
Right. I want to go up the stairs and try to fix that.
Okay. Target thief number 8.
Yes.
Landry, what are all of your abilities?
Oh, like my powers?
Yep. Like on your
Burst.
main
Maybe
tab.
I'll try burst. Oh, on my main tab? Okay, well I have
and your
alertness.
combat tab.
I have
Yeah,
alertness.
Landry, you have a burst. So you could burst and like catch 2 or 3. I'll say the thief is here.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. And do I still target one of them, or do I target?
I target them both, and then roll your burst attack.
How do I do that? Control. Like that?
Yeah. And that can be like a burst of fire, or a swarm of bees, or whatever you want. It's kind of flies out in a cone.
Okay.
Do you want to be like are you going to be a boomkin? Landry?
Maybe I'll scream at them really loud. That could be cool.
Oh, like a sonic, like you have a sonic attack?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like a banshee or something.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
That'll work.
That's the wrong one.
It's a shape change. You have the shape. You use
Oh,
shape
oops,
change.
sorry. Okay. Take
No,
2. Am I
Landry-
targeting them?
Landry, let me show you something else real fast. If you click on your burst spell, you can see, and then you scroll down, you can see modifiers, right? So you can like spend 2 extra points and do 3d6 instead of 2d6. Do you see that? What I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
So, you start with 10 magic points. And a burst just costs 1, but you could spend 3 points, or a burst costs 2. You could spend 2 extra points, spend 4 points to do more damage, for example. And you can do all kinds of different stuff. You can do, like, you can hinder them. You can make it selective. You can make them glow.
I'll do damage.
Okay, so spend 4 points.
4. Okay.
Yep, and roll your attack first.
Am I targeting both of them?
Targeted both of them, I think, right?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, roll your attack.
Oh. Did I hit him?
That's a hit.
Only on one of them, though, it seems.
Oh, only on one of them. Do you have any beanies left?
No.
No. Okay.
That's okay.
And
Maybe
now
it was so loud that he couldn't hear it.
Gotcha.
Or something.
Now for your damage, go ahead and roll your damage. And that's an explosion and explosion. That's going to kill one for sure. So one of them dodged the burst, but the other one got killed with your sonic scream. Head exploded. He stumbles off the wall and it stumbles off the balcony and falls to the ground.
Cool.
All right.
Can I move anymore, or was that all?
No, I think that was the end of your turn.
Okay.
Because you moved and then you attacked. All right. So the thief, number 1, removes his shaken, which was where? That's the one that you're fighting, Rolf.
That is correct.
So he attacks you. Nothing. And thief number 2, where are all these guys at? Thief number 2 is up on a balcony. He's going to come over here. He's going to take a arrow shot at, I think, well, Fayin is stealthy, so I think he's going to take an arrow shot at Maeve. And hits. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on. This. Where's damage? And just shakes you, Maeve. So you have to kind of dodge out of the way of an arrow. Shakes you off. Thief number 3 is over by the guild leader. He comes charging out to engage Rolf.
First strike.
Oh, first strike. Get him. Target him and hit him.
All right, so make sure that I'm targeting him. I am targeting Thief 3. Is that correct? Okay, perfect.
Yes.
So as he runs in, it's like, oh yes. Yeah, probably gonna Benny that. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
no, I'm gonna hang on to that. I'm gonna hang on to my Benny. I'm all right.
All right. And
he didn't attack. He didn't. Thief 3 didn't get to do his attack yet.
No, he did. He just charged towards you.
Oh, okay, I got you.
He ran down the steps and leapt down and leapt towards you, ready to fight. This thief on number 7 comes up on the balcony, and he's going to take a shot at Barnaby. He sees you hiding back in the corner there, Barnaby, but you have cover.
Okay.
And so cover is a, what is it, -2? Where's cover? It's not under modifiers, it's under effects. I need to practice my stuff here. All right, I think you have you probably have medium cover, Barnaby. Oops. Because you're like half protected by the. Where were you at? Medium cover.
Yeah, it's -4. It looks like there's an effect for it.
Yeah, there is. Yep. Yep. Not even close.
Okay.
So plunks an arrow into the wall next to you. And Thief 8 is where. That's the one next to you, Maeve. And so it is attacking you in just regular. It dodged your burst, and so it's attacking you with its sword. And these guys are incompetent. They're all freaking out. Y'all have really caught them by surprise. I think the guild leader, he is trying to escape, right? But you've got the jump on him, Faye, so he's scrambling up the steps, trying to get the heck out of here. But you are well ahead of him with all your successes. And we are back to Maeve, and she got a Joker, so everybody got a Benny.
Yep, I gave us.
Nice.
I got my extra.
And Maeve, you get to go whenever you want. You can go first, of course, and you get +2s again for all your rolls.
Okay, I want to go first.
You want to go first? Okay, first thing you need to do is remove your shaken status. Try to remove your shaken status.
Yeah.
Or free.
And I want to take 2 actions.
How did it go away? You didn't roll.
You have to
Joker,
roll.
question mark?
Do
a vigor roll.
a spirit roll. No, for shaking its spirit.
Oh, that's right. Did I do it?
You
Oops.
did do it. Success.
Why is she still -2?
I wanted to take 2 actions,
Hold
but I
on.
guess I
Why
should have done
why
it.
is Maeve -2?
I just said
Multi-action.
Multi-action.
Oh well, she shouldn't have had to suffer that on her shaken roll.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's still
Yeah,
unshaken.
she made it, but yeah, okay.
Okay, so what actions are you? Tell me what 2 actions you're taking before you make them. You have to kind of declare them ahead of time.
I want to get Thief 8, and then I want to try to run up and get Thief 5.
Okay. So you're going to make 2 melee attacks as you move.
Uh-huh.
So in case you missed the Thief 8 the first time, you can take him a second time. So go ahead and target Thief 8 and make a scimitar attack. Are you going to do a wild attack or anything like that?
No, maybe I'll do a wild attack on the other one.
Okay. So target Thief 8, make your attack. And that is barely a miss. But you have the second attack. You can make a second attack before you decide to use your last Benny.
Okay.
You want to make a second attack on number 8.
Yeah. Yay.
There you go. Hit with a raise. That's enough to kill him, so you can't get past him. Your first strike doesn't kill him, but it leaves him open. You see an opening, and you slice him across the belly, and he tumbles off the stairs.
Got it.
And now you can still move if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll move up the stairs. I'll move up to like here.
You're kind of following Fayin up there, giving him cover. All right.
Yeah.
The thieves are up next. Thief 1 is down next to Rolf. And so you got two on you. They get a gang up bonus because there's 2 of them.
Okay.
Let me give them that. Oops. It's not under effects. Where's that at? It's under modifiers. Gang up bonus. 2 opponents. And that's number 1, number 3. So he gets a slight gang up bonus here to try to get you. I'm down to 2 bennies. I need to do some damage here. Let's all right. First one attacks. 4. You have a parry of 6. I think I'll spend a benny on that. Got to damage the new guy. There's a hit.
Ah.
Explosions. Yeah, get those explosions in. You're shaking.
All right.
Do you want to absorb that or not? You don't care if it's shaking, probably.
Well, I'm gonna go into a rage.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll definitely rage. I'm like, oh, that's more like it.
All right. So, yeah, let's get you in a rage there. You need to make a smarts test, right?
Yep.
Well, let's let the other guy attack you first, next though, and then we can do that.
Yep.
That was thief 1, 2. Okay, thief 2 is where he's up high. He's shooting bows at Maeve. He's the one that's really high. He's trying to shoot another arrow at Maeve. Hits her. Uh-oh. And you're shaking. No, you're okay. Maeve, but you take a glancing blow from an arrow that kind of cuts your arm a little bit.
Okay.
Thief number 3 is the other one on you, Rolf. So let's see what he does. Maybe, actually, you probably have to make tests separate, right? Like, you probably have to make one, and then if this guy hits you, you'll have to make another one.
Makes sense.
So go ahead and make your smarts check to not go into Berserker Rage from the first hit.
Okay. Yes, I'm
You fail.
in a rage.
You want to Benny that? Heck
Nope.
no.
Nope.
You're in a rage, right?
Right where I want to be.
All right. And so the second guy attacks you. So that's an effect called Rage, right?
Yeah, let's see what it does.
And let me put it on you.
Okay, so barbarians blah
There's a
blah.
bunch of stuff.
Last 5 rounds. 5th turn takes blah blah. Okay, exhausted barbarian who rages is incapacitated. Okay.
You get
Okay,
plus 4
so
strength, ignore
here's
wound.
what rage does. Okay, this is hard to understand here. Smarts blah blah blah. Last turn. Okay, so fury. So my strength increases by a die type. And every melee attack must be wild.
Nice.
I can't use any skills or abilities that require more than a few seconds of concentration. I'm enraged, so I ignore 2 levels of wounds, of wound and fatigue penalties.
Oh, nice.
Reckless abandon. If a barbarian rolls a critical failure on an attack roll while raging, you have to hit a random target within range, friend or foe.
Okay.
Hit again. It hit
Yeah,
me.
and hit again while you're raging.
Yeah. If there are no applicable targets, it injures herself.
Oh, and you took a wound.
All right.
But you get to ignore the wound penalties.
Or I can soak that, right?
You can soak it if you want, but yeah.
And
But
what
you
would
get
it?
to ignore
If
it
I
because of
soak it, what does that do?
rage. You spend a Benny, and you make a vigor roll, and for every success you get, you ignore a wound.
Yeah, I'll take the wound.
Yeah, since you have the enrage, I think it doesn't matter so much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, thief number 5 he's the one. He's kind of up by you, Faden. So you scramble past him. He's going to target you and try to slice you while you're running by. And he failed. I better spend my last Benny on that one because I got to stop you somehow. And I'm not targeting you. Why am I not targeting you? E5.
My parry is 5.
Okay, so I got one hit. So I hit you. Damage. Little explosion. You're shaking.
Did the parry of 5 block it?
No, that's the target number to hit.
Ah, got it.
All right, so he takes a swipe at you as you're sprinting past him, right? And he cuts you on the leg, and you stumble a little bit, so you're shaking. And then thief number 7 is the one shooting at Barnaby in cover. So he's not having much luck. Puts another arrow into the wall. Barnaby, you're in good shape. Hiding halfway behind the pillar there.
I like it.
And you are up, Barnaby.
Okay, Barnaby is going to take 2 actions. He's going to cast a spell, step out, and blast back at Thief 7.
Okay.
So the first
exchanging fire with this guy. He's shooting at you. You're shooting it back at him.
Right. Yeah, he'll just kind of come up over the box to shoot at him. But he's going to the first of his 2 actions. It's going to be a new spell that I haven't used before, Arcane Protection.
And you know what? Just so you're aware, I think this guy has minor cover because I'm going to give him light cover because he's behind some
That's
railing.
Fair. Okay, so here's my first action of the 2. Oh wait, hold on a minute. Something's wrong. That worked because I had a -6 for some reason, and I don't know why. Oh, I know why. So here's the problem.
You got armor.
And I don't know how to fix this. Yeah, but I have a talent that doesn't. There's a special feat I spent on that allows me to have the armor and not have the negative. So the -4 shouldn't be applied to him.
Oh, okay.
And I equipped the armor because I knew I was going to get shot at. But now I'm getting so I guess I got to unequip the armor. But anyway, that spell would have gone off because.
Okay. Just roll it again without the armor.
Yeah, but
well, it still went off because you had a 4. You hit a 4.
Yeah, I hit a 4. So
you hit an 8. That's a success with a raise. No, it's not because he has -2 cover. So that's a successful hit.
Well, no, this was just to get a spell off. This was just to get my arcane.
Oh, okay. What's the spell?
Arcane Protection.
Ah, okay. I see.
So the roll should have been a 7. Would that have been a raise?
So the roll.
No, it'd have to be 8.
It'd have to be 8.
All right. So then I have. So then I set this up on my. And actually, you know what I could do?
So it's like a magic armor spell.
Correct. Yeah. So I have that equipped now. I'll fix I have an idea about how to fix the leather. I'll do that for next time.
You know what, Mike? That's arcane protection, so it protects against magic damage, not physical damage.
I also have I have 2 spells. I have that arcane, but I also have if you scroll down the list a little further, there's protection. You see that right above telekinesis? You see that?
Okay. Protection, yes.
So
So
the one
that's
I
what
was-
you're trying to cast instead, then.
correct.
Magic armor, ethereal armor, right? Gives
Yeah.
you +2 armor with a raise. The bonus applies to toughness instead.
Correct. Okay, so I have it set properly now for my armor.
Okay,
Um,
that's cool. Shield other. Man, you got so many cool spells.
all right, and now I'm going to go ahead and try and fire a bolt at this guy.
Okay. So you have +2 armor protection from successfully casting that spell, and now you can bolt him.
Right, but I'm going to get a minus. Oh, shoot, I still have a -6. Hold on a minute. Fix that. Okay, now it's correct. Here's my bolt.
That is the success of the raise.
Okay,
Wait,
and then so the damage is going to be an extra.
hold on. That didn't work either.
Oh, I did. It's not targeting him.
Bolt. Oh, it's still giving you the armor interference. So you hit with a raise because you got an 8.
Okay.
So roll damage and highlight that plus damage in the bottom left under one action and run.
I like that. I don't. I'll roll damage. Hold on. Okay. So I think it should be actually 3 die damage.
Yeah, if you hit that button, it'll toggle it on for you manually. It's just to the left of the word run, under one action in the bottom left, or 2 actions. Click on that, it'll turn
Got it.
gold. The
Yeah,
plus in
damage.
the
Got it. Is that a +6 or?
yeah, it's an extra D6 for when you. That's just the extra D6 toggle for when you hit with a raise that you can do manually.
Okay.
There you go. So you killed him.
Nice.
Describe that. What does that look like?
All right, so he pops up, throws the shield on himself, and then hurdles a bolt, and it just catches him right in the mouth, and he's got like this surprised expression, and he just falls backward.
Nice. And he falls backwards on the ledge. Are you going to take any movement? You going to come out or?
Yeah, you know what? I like my spot because I will go and get Thief 2 later, so I'll keep
Yeah,
my
your
cover.
sniper spot.
Yeah.
Okay, the guild leader. He is scrambling still up the stairs. He leaps onto this ledge, and that's about as far as he can get. He's trying to escape. Fayin, you're up. You could end this early.
Okay, I was dealt diamond. Does that do anything?
Nope, clubs is a complication. So
I thought the others had things as well. And clubs was just a complication. So what?
Yeah.
I see where he's heading, and I look over. It's like a wooden thing held up by ropes, but the ropes are tied off near me, and I'm going to try to use my thievery to sabotage it, so that when his weight hits it, it causes him to fall or something. Or stumble.
oh, nice. I like it. Okay. That's a success. That's 6 successes. So I think that works, right? Like we can end the dramatic task early because you don't even have to take an action on the last round if you don't want to. So let's describe what you see. He's making a leap across there, and you see farther up, you see someone waiting for him. You see a shadowy figure in a cloak and the outline of a face. You see her. You remember her?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So she's way up at the top. He was trying to reach her and get the artifact to her. And Fayin, you're the only one that sees her. She's cloaked in shadow, but you just catch a glimpse of light and see her face, and you recognize her. She is the aristocrat that set up that original museum party, right? So she seems to be behind this whole thing, behind the Thieves Guild and all that. And so he sees her, and he's like leaping towards her, and that's when you catch him with the rope, with your why don't you describe that? And then so he's like leaping towards her. He's about to land next to her and hand her the artifact, and instead you cause him like to fall to his
Yeah, basically,
death.
I've set the rope up to where it's almost like a trap, where it's still holding up there. But as he puts his weight on it and it falls, he gets or he starts to fall, and it's going by. The rod tumbles out of his hand, and I reach out and grab it.
You grab the rod out of his hand. He bounces his way all the way down to the bottom, and he is either unconscious or dead. And you have the artifact in your hand finally. And you kick that goblin, you kick that last druid, you kick this thief off the edge down to the bottom. Rolf, you finish off the last two. I think that's the end of this dramatic task. Y'all, after they see him fall, they try to scramble and escape. Maybe some of them escape. Maybe you capture some.
So while I'm still enraged.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't get to finish your rage.
Yeah. So I'm still enraged, and so I kill as Fayen is knocking these people off their high perches. I kill the two that are around me. I still see motion out of the main thief that fell. Is kind of groaning, and I run over and I basically split his skull.
Nice.
And the
He's dead now. He can't talk. Y'all can't get any clues out of him. I like it. You get a Benny for that for next round.
Yeah, and I'm still like going nuts. Like I'm looking around for who's next.
Yeah. So Barnaby, you stay back from Rolf a little bit. You haven't seen this. You just met this guy 30 minutes ago, and he's in a berserker frenzy.
Barnaby staying behind his box and keeping an eye on him.
You gonna calm him down any? What's that look like?
I don't know if I'm his type. If I can do the whole Hulk thing, but Barnaby will just say, "Hey man, you got him. I think we're good. It's Miller time. Take a breath." Can I try a roll to try and calm him?
All right.
That's an interesting idea.
Maybe
persuasion maybe to try to persuade me down.
Yeah, calm him down.
Based on my skill roll, it's more likely I'm going to further enrage him, but I'll give it a shot.
So I think that kind of wraps up some loose ends. Y'all had a fantastic evening. You rescued both Bigby's artifact, and now you have the rod taken away from the Thieves Guild. You check these bodies; they are just thieves, right? And they have like fake druid clothing on them. The dead druid that Rolf split his head in, he obviously had some kind of magic ability. The guild leader. But you've eliminated the second in command for Alara. Her name was Alara, right? And she's an artificer, head. Obviously she's a head of the faction of at least one faction within the Thieves Guild. Y'all kind of have discovered now, and she was obviously behind these thefts. But she is a criminal mastermind. She's a very wealthy, high influential, highly powerful person in the city, who is now, and she locked eyes with you, Fayen, so she knows that you know.
Yeah, I just kind of glare at her.
Yeah, she glared at you and then disappeared.
But we have no proof other than what Fayen saw.
Yeah, you have no proof. You just know that you just made a really, really powerful enemy in the city, and you thwarted her plans. So next session, we'll do a little. We'll get back into the city. We can do some shopping, I think I want to introduce more magic items for you guys, right? So, we'll do next session will be kind of a regroup. You're going to level up at the beginning of the next session. You can all gain in advance after this. Congratulations, good job. And
Nice.
we'll do some little city kind of downtime stuff, and then move on into the next phase of the adventure.
Yeah, you guys notice like during combat that I don't have any armor, but you notice that the tattoos that adorn my body, they look less like tattoos and more like they're carved straight into my skin, and yeah, in combat they glow.
That's cool.
Wow.
And they glow brighter, especially when I become enraged.
What color are they?
Good question. The current, so there's each different one glows different colors, but they're all like, some are blue, some are red.
Yeah, that's cool. Like your different abilities or edges, they could be different. Kind of the flavor and different color
tattoos
on different parts of your body.
Yeah. So like that's the source of my power, or some kind of dwarven magic.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like rune magic, but it's all carved directly into my skin. So, all right, very cool.
Awesome. Well, thank you for running, sir. Thank you, everyone who hung out with us tonight. Very appreciated. I know J-Nov was over here for a while. Jeff, you've played with him before. Mike and Nick, he was here for a little bit. Anybody wants to catch up on any of the replays that you've missed, you can catch them over on YouTube or Rumble. And we will be back Tuesday for Kelsto's game, Midnight Central. So have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you for watching. Night.
Thanks everybody. Bye.
Bye.